One. Michael, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, I can't see you, but you're here.
You can hear me though.
I can hear you loud and clear. Yes.
Okay, I'm just going 1 second here. I got to turn this off in the background. Okay, there you go. All right.
So how was the reading? What did I?
Oh my God, it was dead on, dead on. Everything.
Okay, but what did I say about what was in your head? I can't remember what the wording was, but did you catch that when I said you're having thoughts about somebody else?
Well, the guilt part was I always want to make my daughter happy, but I feel right now that I need to be more of a parent than to give her a quick fix. So I felt guilty about that. And you're right, my plate is super full and I've got lots going on. So, but I do
Yeah.
feel like I'm aligned and things are going well. So I'm very happy with that.
But I
And
feel like you need to erase that board. Like you've got so much going on the board. You need to erase the slate, say what's really important. What do I really need to focus on?
yes, I totally agree. Like it was dead on. It couldn't have been any more on, right, than it was.
And what was it? I lost track of what I was saying, but didn't I say I got a message for somebody on here? And then I said, no, those are your thoughts that I'm getting towards Lisa.
Yeah, that was some song. I think that was for Lisa. And she's a go-getter.
Yeah, you're a
That's
real
what you.
kind of thing. But it was like, but I felt like it was coming from you.
Okay.
I felt like even if you weren't speaking it or whatever, but that energy was coming. I was pulling that energy from you.
Well,
Okay?
I have definitely been a go-getter lately, but I'm
No,
not a
but it
she.
was, no. Yeah, but I also thought, so what I was picking up, Michael, was that
Yes.
that was a message from you to her.
Oh,
Like
I
I'm
don't
feeling
know.
like you were in the back of your mind giving her that message, but I was picking it up because she's a real go-getter.
Yeah. So when you get the other stuff, do you just get messages from spirit? Do you hear voices? Do you hear
I
see
just know,
number
whatever comes out of my mouth is spirit from spirit.
talking through you? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a clear kind of just knowing when I speak. Because when I said that, I was like, what did I say? What did I say? Because I forget what I said because it's
Right.
coming from spirit.
Well, I can be on for a little while. I can take a break for a few minutes here. I'm actually in the midst of work and doing some other stuff, but I haven't taken a break today. So, and I saw you on here. I thought,
Well, I appreciate you coming on here and bringing some of your folks with
people,
you.
this is the people of the world, bringing them in, show them love, show them light, all of them.
Okay,
Hey, hey.
I have a card for John, and the card is an interesting card. It says giving birth. Now, don't take it as a literal giving birth. It says I'm bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So it means you're starting something new, starting something fresh, something that you're working on. And now it's saying, like if you were working behind the scenes on a project and now you want to present that project, now is the time to present that. So anything you're working at behind the scenes is now saying, go for it. Or if they're saying, if you've been thinking about it in your mind, start putting it into process because it's the time. You can't stop that. The universe is saying this is the right time for you to work on that situation. Even if it had to do with like marriage, like say for instance you were thinking, oh, I want to get married but I'm not sure. Timing is everything, and this is saying timing is of the essence for you. Yes,
Dina, there's a question here. They asked it through me, and they asked, how long has your friend been reading cards? And I don't know. How long have you been reading cards?
for about 4 years now, 5 years.
Yeah. But the cards though are really more for show. Like you're getting the messages
Yeah, well,
and they're just a tool. They're just a tool. They're not really the whole show, right?
No, they give me kind of the insight of where to go with the message, and then I'm guided to what to say and how to
Yes.
present.
Hi, Mike Grizz. Mike Grizz is in the house. How you doing, sir? He's a nice man.
Welcome to the broadcast, and welcome anybody else. Like Corinder, welcome, and anybody else I haven't acknowledged. I appreciate you coming into the broadcast.
Please follow Dina. Give her your support, your love. So, are you open to reading other people today?
Absolutely. absolutely. Okay, so this is for John, bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. So it's whatever you're working on, something that I feel like it's something behind the scenes that you need to present forward. That's what I'm getting is present it, bring it out. Don't keep being behind the scenes. Make yourself known.
The time is now. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
The time, seize the day.
Absolutely. So
Caveat emptor.
anybody that just joined my broadcast, give me a number. Well, most of you have your name, so I know what your name is. So
Kim, who is Yankee Woman, are you open to having your cards read
so
today?
If any of you would like to have a card reading, put a number between 1 and 60. It's not a quiz. I ask you a little question about yourself. It might be, what type of shoes do you wear? Or what's your favorite movie? Or where's your favorite coffee shop? So depending on what number you give me, that's the question I ask. Once you've answered it, we spin this fun spinner. Whatever number it lands on, that's the deck of cards you get.
Have you felt your power heightened lately? Do you feel more connected? Have you had more moments of sadness? Because with every
really, no, because I understand that everything has to evolve for a certain reason.
Yeah.
So I go beyond that, and I don't pick up on the sadness so much because, like, the world is evolving, changes are coming, and I look at it like it may get ugly, it may not be exactly what we want, or it may not look like exactly what we want, but we have to go through it to evolve to the next level. So no.
There is powerful shifts right now, though, insanely powerful shifts. And those that are sensitive are feeling it. And I feel like some of the people in this room and the people watching who aren't in the room, you're sensitive. So you need to be aware.
I'm aware. So my awareness takes over my sensitivity because I'm more evolved and aware of what's going on and it needs to happen. So I'm a little bit scared more so than I am saddened because I have the fear of the unknown. Like, what's it going to look like? What are we going to have to go through to get there? But I'm not sad because I know change has to happen.
Okay. An unverified user just gave you a little reward. They waved high. So whoever you are, may you be blessed. Keep being blessed. You know, and if you can, you see this broadcast, make sure that you share it, you like it, retweet it, do whatever you got to do. Let's get the brand and the name out there, and let's get it grooving. But I said to you before, we should do something once a week. We'll organize it somehow.
I go by Dina Cool, and I'm an intuitive medium, but I do card readings as well. I love to connect your loved ones in spirit. That is my passion of anything. That's my passion. I also broadcast on the other app, but I'm just trying out this app to see, because eventually we have to go somewhere. Change has to happen, and people are a little bit afraid of change, but you know what? In the end, it's all going to be good. It's all going to bring the right people together for the right moments.
Yeah, you got to look at change as steps in the direction of where you want to go.
That's right.
And you
whatever platform that we are drawn to, that may be the platform that builds us up, meet new people, new experiences, or you may say, okay, I've tried this app and it doesn't work for me, and you move on to something else that works for you. Anyways, put a number, all of you that have just joined. I have Corinder, Mike, Kim, anybody else. Unverified, if you want to put your name in the chat with a number between 1 and 60, I would really appreciate that. If you'd like to have an inspiration of a card, a message, it could be a message from a loved one, it could be a message about something positive that's going on in your life, it could be a little kick in the butt, it could be a little bit of a like aha moment. You could be saying, wow, I'm doing just that, and this is affirmation that I'm on the right path.
The key right now, though, especially for you, Dina, is just keep doing it. Even the days you don't want to do it.
Keep doing it.
And I've even noticed in my own life, there's many days I don't want to do it. And those are the days I end up having 5,000 people a week later watching it. But that was a day that I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm not feeling it. I'm not in the right. And I swear the universe steps up and goes, okay, give them a nudge. Help them. Help her.
Yeah.
So... And the other thing is, the only time that's better than right now to broadcast is 20 years ago. But right now is the best because we can't go back in time, right? Right, Dina?
We don't need to go back in time. We need to move forward.
Yes. But many people live in the
Okay,
past.
Kim, here's your question. What cartoon character best describes you?
Mm.
Michael, you could answer that for us too.
Oh God. Let me think about that. Okay. Hmm. There used there used to be this cartoon character called Underdog, and he had this ring, and he was like a superhero. I'm Underdog. I feel like I'm the underdog right now. I'll take that.
Michael wants to know what you're up to tonight.
I don't know. I'm going to be supporting a friend who's doing a business show tonight. It's a really everybody must know him, Hans Eckerman. He's got a show tonight at 5:15. If you're there, please jump in, say hello, send. You know, it'll make me very happy if you mention his wardrobe or his hair, because that drives him crazy. There
Okay.
you go.
Kim just said anything funny, any character that's funny resonates with her for a cartoon character. So Kim, let's spin the spinner. So can you think of somebody funny that might be suited to her, Michael?
I'm getting all kinds of stuff on her, but it ain't funny.
Uh-oh.
So yeah. So Kim, I'm just going to tell you what I'm feeling. I'm getting that you've had a bit of a rough patch the last little while. You feel a little knocked around. You're a good soul, and you're sturdy, and you're trustworthy, and you're the type of person that's steadfast and true. But lately, you have been seeing some people around you come unglued, and it's been tough on you. I also think there's been health issues around you or with you. I'm not sure that it won't let me see that fully, but just know that with the quickening, everyone is feeling heavy vibrations and they're dealing with their stuff, including myself.
And look at this. Right after Michael said all that, this card is saying you need to rest, take a break, take some time to just be you.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean necessarily lay down and have a rest. It just means take a step back a little bit. It doesn't mean you have to go full force or you have to do it all. It just means maybe at this moment it's not the time to push ahead. Push yourself beyond your limits.
I feel it's more that she's juggling a lot of plates, like family, children, things.
This is just it. And I'm saying to her, you don't have to. Delegate some of that. Like sometimes people say, but I have to, or it wouldn't get done.
Yeah. Michael, I'm not a psychic. There's a little bit different. So I think Dina's the same as me. I'm not entirely sure, but we are more like a speaker. So spirit talks through us. Psychics get it from nowhere. It comes innately from them. I don't get it. I'm like a tuning fork.
I think you're psychic in the sense that we connect all different ways, like all the different clairs. I don't have the visual, but I have the auditory. Sometimes I smell something. Sometimes not so much taste, but there's different things that are in all of us when it comes to our abilities. And there's no one way fits all.
She said spot on. But see, the thing is, I don't know what Dina's process is, but for me, I know it's spirit talking through me because it's the most ridiculous stuff is the stuff that resonates the most with people. I've had situations where I've thought, I'm not saying this, I'm going to sound like a lunatic, but I've learned that just whatever I feel or hear, I'll say it. And that's the stuff that resonates with people because they want to get the messages from their loved ones.
Now, I just have something else to add to Kim. Are you taking a look at your environment around you and what's going on? Because I feel like they just said you're taking a look at something. So I don't know what that is, but they're saying you're taking a look. So I don't know if you're assessing your situation and all that is to say, okay, how can I make this different so I can step back a little bit?
Yeah, I got the weirdest thing. I just got on the right side, the upper leg, thigh, where it connects, some imbalance, and pain in your, I think, right hand. Those are the two things. Okay. Something going on. So I want to tell you a story that's funny and true. So my daughter, my middle daughter, who lives in England, I was rubbing her back and I said, "You have all kinds of stress and pain in your back." And she goes, "My back is fine." So then about, I don't know, 2-3 hours later, she goes, "What did you do to my back? My back is killing me." And I swear the energy of what's going on in your body will resonate from your body quick before you feel it. I think there's almost like a transfer time.
Right.
So it might have been an hour and a half. I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but she called me and went, "You screwed up my back." And I was like, no.
You drew it out of her. You actually acknowledged it before she was able to feel it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Mike,
yes.
Not Michael. No, Mike on here. Please.
Oh, Grizzy.
Yeah, give me a number between 1 and 60 and see what card we get for you. Okay? I'd love to pull a card for you. But yeah, that's interesting how you did that before she even knew she had the pain there.
Yeah, but it's been stuff like that. Or I remember one time I got the name Peter over and over and over and over and over again for a friend. And the next 3, yeah, she said, "Yes, Mike." Issues. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can sense pain too.
Can you give me a different number, Mike? Because we've already had number 7. Well, actually, no, we have 2 sets of number 7. So I'll give you the one I didn't give to Michael.
Yeah, that's what I picked too, Michael.
But
Mike.
that's okay because I have 2 sets of questions. So
yeah.
This is a silly question, but what's your favorite vegetable, Mike? Vegetable. What's that? Ew. I never thought I'd eat the vegetables I'm eating now.
Well, if you want your gifts to heighten, eat things that are live.
I am.
Yeah, I have, but mine have gone through the roof since I did that. It's been incredible.
I just had a smoothie this morning that I made day before yesterday, and it has everything but the kitchen sink in it.
Yes.
Flaxseed, hemp seeds, you name it. It's got vegetables, fruits, avocado. Oh, he's got a phone call. Okay, he'll come back. So if there's anybody that's just watching the broadcast that hasn't responded yet, and you would like to have a card reading, put your name or put a number between 1 and 60, unless your name isn't clear in the title. Because Yankee Woman, hers was very small, but I found it. I found her name.
Yes. Can I just finish what I got with Yankee Woman? Is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
I don't want. I have a tendency. I have a tendency to take over things.
Okay, I have to disappear for a minute because when I drink tea, it's like.
Yeah, go do your thing, and I will finish up. Okay, perfect.
Hold on, I'm gonna light a candle. Hold on.
Light a candle. There you go. So Yankee Woman, I can only be here for about another 10 minutes. So, and then I got to go because I've got so much to do today. But I want you to know that some of the highest sources of light and love are around you, and that you've known since you were a very young child that you are gifted in many ways, but you're also a very sensitive soul. And there's actually light that emanates from your soul. Like I can actually feel the light, almost like a golden light that's shimmering off of you. I also get a fascination with your toes or feet, which is funny. I don't know if you, as a child, used to look at your feet or played with your feet, but I see a young child looking at their feet and looking at their toes and playing with their toes. I also get grandchildren. That will be a great source of light for you. Grandchildren in the future, if not now, I'm not really sure how old you are, but I get grandchildren very much so, and a few. I get 2 great loves in your life, throughout your life. And I also get, like, hey, let's do an experiment here. Is there soul work that needs to be done on Yankee Woman? If it does, please indicate it through the candle. May there be flickers of light, and let the light continue to glow and shimmer and make the light bigger. And is she loved? Did you see that there? Yankee Woman, did you see the light there go up on the candle just for a second? That's a message for you. Is Yankee Woman being too hard on herself? Does she need forgiveness from herself? If so, let the light go brighter. No, it looks like you're okay in that way. One more. Is Yankee Woman currently in a situation that is making her feel overwhelmed? And are you supporting guidance for her? If so, give us more light. Give us more love. Give us more nurturance. She
Not.
deserves. Okay, you're back.
I am back.
So what's the yes part to Kim? Or it's affectionately known Yankee Woman?
Some people have very interesting names.
Yeah, it is good. So do you remember your first broadcast, how many people you had? What was it?
3.
Well, you have 75 right now. And
Awesome.
it'll just keep growing. So the great thing is if we do stuff together, even if I'm on for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, doesn't matter what time, I can always take a break for 20, 30 minutes. You will probably in a month have 500 views on it, which is great.
Nice.
Okay.
She likes to be called Kim.
Okay. Kim, of everything that was said, what was the part that resonated the most with you?
She says, "You are good, Mike."
I've been called worse.
Just don't call you late for dinner, right?
Yes. I'll get hangry. But lately it's been mostly juicing. Hun, I really do have to go. I've got to get back to it. But
Well,
I saw you. I saw you here,
I
and
appreciate it. Much
yes,
appreciated. Thank you again for coming on the broadcast and enlightening the world with your knowledge as well.
I seen the light. I'm glad. So when you say you've seen the light, you saw the candle illuminate. It really illuminated on one of the questions. It started going crazy. I can't remember which one it was.
Really?
Yeah. Well, what you can do is you can ask questions with the candle and
Okay.
ask, and if it's right, sometimes the flame will go crazy, and that's to me confirmation that the spirit. But I've also seen tricksters do stuff where they're blowing the flame, and I'm like, come on.
Right.
I can't do that from here.
Ocean Skies, if you want to put your name in the chat and a number between 1 and 60, I would love to give you a reading.
So
Love
Ocean
to.
Skies is actually from YouTube. You can tell by the little
Oh,
symbol there,
Fred is.
and the other ones are from Periscope mostly. So please follow her on
I'm not on
Haps.
YouTube as we speak, but and the blue is from where? From Periscope?
So blue is, if you see blue, it's either Facebook, but when you have the little bird, that is Twitter or Periscope. If it doesn't have anything on it, it like Grizz, that's Haps.
Okay.
If it has that little red symbol that you saw there with the last gentleman, what's his name here? Seven Ocean Skies, that's YouTube. So it's
Awesome.
being so this is being broadcasted on YouTube. Dina,
Okay.
thank you. I needed that message today. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Yes. Much love, much light. Wish us well. Let's stay strong. Okay. Bye-bye.
So Chris wants 17. So Chris. Now, Chris, can you tell me if you're male or female? Because I don't know. I can't tell by your picture, and I just like to address you as such. I just knocked it. That's why it went crazy. Okay, thank you. So your question is, what do you know a lot about? And anybody else that's new here that would like a card reading, put your name in the chat with a number between 1 and 60. And I'll be more than happy to read a card for you. And if anybody wants a specific reading, like a message from a loved one, I do have a PayPal, so you can put some, it's a minimum of $10 to my PayPal, and I can give you my PayPal address. Your question is, what do you know a lot about? What is something you know a lot about? Like some people might say sports cars or hockey or baseball or the planets, or I know a lot about cooking or gardening, or I know a lot about politics. Like whatever it is you feel you have a lot of knowledge, it doesn't mean it has to be something smart. You might know a lot about whatever. You might know a lot about where the best places to thrift shop are. Like it just, what do you know a lot about? I remember once watching a game show and they asked the guy, what does he do for a living? And he said, I quit my corporate job and I'm a dumpster diver. And that's what he did. He went to dumpsters and dived and got all kinds of stuff and then repurposed it and sold it. And that's how he made his money. So, yeah. So anybody else that's watching, please come into the broadcast, say hi. If you don't feel like getting a reading, you don't have to get a reading. We can just chat. It's just nice to be acknowledged and nice to know sports in general. Okay. Do you have a particular sport that you're interested in? Number 2. So, Power of Love cards. So let's see what the message is for Mike. Or Chris, Chris. Whereabouts are you coming in from, Chris? What part of the world are you? And for any of you that don't know, I'm from Canada. I'm a Canadian girl, born and not finished being raised yet. And I live on an island. You like football, okay. So you were just watching the game the other day then. I'm not a sports person at all. I grew up with a mother who was interested in all kinds of sports. Hockey was her favorite, but just not my thing. Oh, there we go. Your card came out. North. As in North what? North America? Northern Canada? North, north, north. Okay, your card is compassion. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. That's an amazing card. I'm going to see if the book expands on these. Living by the principle of compassion is the healthiest mode of being human. Compassion asks you to go within your own heart and see the world from another's perspective. By placing your awareness on the feelings of others and understanding what motivates them, you will begin to empathize with them, operating compassionately in the natural inclination of your soul. So allow yourself the time and space to display loving acts daily. It can be as simple as smiling at a stranger. Remember that some of us travel an easier road than others. But the most significant thing we all have in common is our decision to share the physical dimension together. When you are able to accept your own weaknesses as a part of a learning process, it is much easier to forgive others. It's often a difficult lesson, but once it's mastered, your soul evolves quickly. So that's a beautiful card, practicing compassion. Sometimes, and I'm not just saying for you, Chris, but I'm saying for people in general, is that they don't look behind what could be. Like if somebody is angry, if you go to work and you got a coworker that's angry, what's behind that? Your boss is angry today. Why? Are they feeling overwhelmed? Is there something going on? Or even a coworker, is there something going on in their home life? Or are they just always angry? And what's behind that? So having compassion for yourself and for others is a really neat gift to have, because not everybody can look at it that way. They can judge. People are so quick in this time to judge others. Oh, they're angry. Oh, they're miserable. Oh, they're this. Oh, they're that. Instead of saying, what's behind that? What's really behind that behavior? So thank you, Chris, for coming into the broadcast and getting a reading. So please come on in. If you're looking from the inside or from the outside, you haven't come in to say hi yet, please come in. Give me your name and a number between 1 and 60, and you'll get a beautiful card. I'm going to stay on for another 5 minutes. I'm going to stay on for another 5 minutes. And if I don't get anybody in the broadcast in the 5 minutes, I will move on over to my other platform, which is Periscope. And thank you to anybody that's giving me an award. I really appreciate that. Yeah, 5 more minutes, and then I will be moving on to another platform. So, Mike, you're back. It's okay. You had to take a phone call. That's okay, Mike. So let's spin the spinner for you, Mike. So thank you for saying sorry. I appreciate that. Number 5. No, you didn't miss anything yet because I haven't done your reading yet because I held space for you. So, Mike, what does the universe have for you? Whereabouts are you coming from, Mike? Whereabouts in the world? Oh, you already gave me that, number 7. Oh, yes. You told me already. You said sports. Oh, no, that was for somebody else. Okay. Oh, Chris said 17. Oh. Your favorite vegetable, Mike? That was your question. What's your favorite vegetable? You're from Philadelphia. Okay. Mike, what does the universe have for you for your highest good? Make it loud, make it clear. Yes, you already gave me the number 7, but your question was, Mike, what's your favorite vegetable? Tomatoes. Okay. Some people say they're a fruit, but I consider them a vegetable. So here is your card. Unfinished Symphony. Tying up loose ends. I feel like you've got something that you're not able to move forward for because you're still stuck in the, I haven't finished this yet. I haven't finished up with this. Okay. This is about tying up some loose ends for you. Do you understand that? What does it mean? It means you need to finish up something that's not finished in your life. Taking care of business. Like before you can move forward, you need to take care of this. So let me see, an example of that would be, well, in order to say, I need to go to university. I want to go to university, but I haven't filled out the paperwork yet. I haven't filled out all the forms I need to fill out in order to go there, but you want to get there. So this is saying finish up what you haven't finished up. Your divorce. Okay. So if you're working on your divorce, you need to get the paperwork in place. Right. Are you feeling a bit lonely right now, Mike? I feel like there's a bit of loneliness going on or something. Your heart feels a little heavy. Hi, Aurora. If you would like a card reading, Abhinav Aurora, please put your name. Yes, you can you can get a card reading, but you have to put your name in the chat and a number between 1 and 60. Does that make sense to you, Mike? Are you feeling a bit? No, not really. You're feeling a bit lost. I feel like you're a bit lost somewhere. Maybe you're not aware of it, but I'm feeling like you're kind of lost. Maybe it's because you're getting a divorce. You're feeling kind of a heaviness about that. Number 59. So I'm going to call you Aurora. That's what I'm feeling like. So the loneliness sort of fits in there about feeling a bit lost. Yeah, like you're spinning around a little bit, like you just don't know what direction you're going in, what to do now. Am I picking up anything else? Not at the moment, Mike. I'm not. I'm just feeling like you shut down a bit. I feel like you've been shut down. Like you're kind of, it's not really depression, but it feels a little bit like that. Like you're shutting things down. Like you don't want to see what's out there. I feel like it's almost the analogy of shutting your curtains in your living room and not looking outside to see what's going on in the world. That's the analogy that they're giving me, is you're shutting down. I have no idea, Mike. I'm not doing a full reading right now. I'm just giving little bits of readings. You are next. I'm just looking for a question for you. Where are you coming in from, Aurora? Abhinav, where are you calling in from? Yeah, I'm just giving little bits of reads. If you want a full read, you'd have to, reach out and put it in the PayPal. India. Okay. So what is something that bothers you about What is your pet? It's called a pet peeve. We call it a pet peeve here. So my pet peeve is I hate it when people say they're coming over and they're late. That is something I do not like. So something that sort of bothers you or irritates you, right? Yeah, I'm just giving little readings. I'm not giving full readings. I just give little readings right now, right? We'd have to look at that in more depth, Mike. We'd have to do a full reading on that. So what is something that bothers you? Could be stuck in traffic. It could be people that swear. It could be anything. Just what really bothers you. What makes you kind of get irritated? Yes, Mike, that's it for now. I'm just giving short little readings. I'm not giving a full reading at the moment. No, I'm not answering those questions right now, Aurora. My full readings are 20. Yes, I was asking you, Aurora. Abhinav. Your question is what makes you a bit irritated? Right. Okay. Okay, Mike, you can let me know and I'll give you my, I have PayPal. That's the only thing I have because in Canada, we don't have Venmo or Cash App, or they just don't work in Canada. So all I have is PayPal. Mm-hmm. You get irritated when you're not in control. Okay. So that's your pet peeve, but that's about yourself though. Is there something about an outside situation that might irritate you? Like another example is I don't like it when people come to work late. That really irritates me. So it's more something about an external thing that happens, something outside of you that happens. I don't know what I'll see, Mike. I have no idea what I'll get if I do a full reading for you. So Aurora, we will spin the spinner and see what you get. Okay. And that's a really good thing, that outside situation, when I see injustice to someone who is unable to stand up for themselves. You have a good day too, Mike. And if you do want a reading, it's $20 and I'll pull some cards for you and we'll see what the universe wants to give you. And thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Okay, what does the universe have for? Okay, now. Oh, there we go. Here's your card. Whoa, it came flying out. Now I'm going to have to read this from the book because I don't know the whole answer to this. Oh, it goes by. Okay, this says you have to make decisions. Something about a decision. So I will read it for you. You feel with you're faced with many choices and you aren't sure what to do. Leave or stay in a job, terminate or recommit to a relationship, stop or continue a creative project, go for a walk or stay. So in other words, you're faced with some questions. Should I do this or should I do that? Should I do this or should I do that? The key to making the best choices is to simply follow your heart and attend only what you care about right now. Focus on priorities that feed your spirit and don't become overwhelmed by the demands and expectations of others. Ask your higher self to help you discern trust in what requires your attention right now and be willing to disappoint people. Your higher self assures you that what falls to the wayside isn't important in the long run. Don't try to be all things to all people. It's a waste of time and you'll surely fail. So it's making a decision. It's figuring out what decisions you need to make that are important and not based on what other people want you to do. It's what feels right for you. Do you understand that? And that's for Abhinav Aurora. This card is for you. Okay, so it's telling you right now to go within to feel what you feel about a decision. If there's a job and you're looking at, should I take this job? What does it feel like inside? What is your body telling you? Or is it feeling comfortable? Is it feeling uncomfortable? Are you feeling like this is what you really want? Or is this just because it's got money attached to it? Like, what is it about that? So it's about making the right decisions for you and not about making decisions for other people. So that might help you even with your job. You're wondering about, will I get a job? Okay. So when you're looking for a job or there's a job that's there, go within and say, does this fit me? Is this going to be the right job? Do I feel right about it? If you don't feel comfortable, ask yourself, okay. Hey, Rose, how are you? How are you? I was just thinking about you. There's a fellow on here that was asking some questions, but I said to him, we would have to go further into a reading in order to look at the question. So, Rose, would you like a card? And Akira? Put a number between 1 and 60, Akira. Nice. So if anybody wants a further reading, I'm just giving tidbits of a reading, but if somebody wants a further reading, it's $20. You'll probably get about 3 or 4 cards. Where are you calling in from, Akira? That's a pretty name, Akira. So Rose wants number 60. Akira wants Rose, do you live in the past, present, or the future? And Akira, let's see what your question is. Where is VA? I don't know where VA is. Does anybody on here know where VA is? Akira, what do you spend most of your time doing? Besides working. If you work, well, you could say work, but do you spend most of your time working, sleeping, watching TV, reading a book, going for a walk, daydreaming, meditating? Virginia, okay. Thank you, because I didn't know VA was Virginia. I'm not from the States, but I know most of the area. I don't know where they all are geographically, but watching game shows and hearing the names on talk shows and things like that, you get familiar with some of the names. But what do you spend most of your time doing, Akira? Awesome, Rose. So let's pull a card for Rose. 3. Ask your guides. Sleeping and daydreaming and overthinking. You do a lot. Keyword is try. Right. So being mindful of the moment, Rose. Being very mindful. Being in the present. So Rose, what does the universe have for you, or for your highest? Ooh. I have to read from the book, from this one. Ugh. Rose, what is going on here? You get life force, Aphrodite. It says, your sexuality is awake and on fire, and your luster appetites are in search of satisfaction. Ooh, you're attractive, seductive, and powerful, and a green light of availability to a sexual partner is flashing. Whoa. This is what makes the world go round, and nothing is more intriguing and exciting than your life force asserting itself. The key to enjoying this fiery essence is containment. You must control and direct your life force energy rather than allow it to control and overwhelm you. Otherwise, you can become mindlessly addicted to your senses, which can be debilitating and enslaving. This is a crazy card. Delight in your sensual self. Be discriminating about where it leads you. Use your judgment. Raw life force is best partnered with reason and the greater force of love to bring you to the heightened state of ecstasy you seek. Trust the sensual goddesses, Aphrodite, as she unleashes your passion, but respect her as well. Her message for you, use your fiery passion creatively, not destructively. So does this really mean that somebody's going to come into your life? Who knows, right? Or this just may give you a boost of confidence. Crazy card. So let's do Kira, 21. So do you, crazy card, Rose, what do you think? I know the comments. I know, isn't that crazy? But maybe it's not about a love life. Maybe it's got nothing to do with that, but just becoming more you, taking care of you. But you never know, right? You never know. Maybe somebody's noticing you, and maybe you need to let your guard down. It's perfectly fine for Christians to get into tarot cards. These are called oracle cards, and they're not demon cards. They're not bad because it's just a message from the higher realms anyways. Is how I channel it. So I channel the higher realms, things that you go to church and learn about, all the gods and goddesses, they channel through me to give me a message for you. Maybe you're hot and spicy. Ooh. Woohoo. Put your sexy on. Put your groove on. Next time you go out, wear a top that's down here a little bit more than up here, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with having somebody in your life to share your life with, have companionship with. A little coochie coochie. I forget what show that was on, but they used to say coochie coochie. So Akira, there's nothing wrong with these cards, right? Now, if Rose was up in here, she could probably explain that better because I don't do church. So I can't really explain that as well as somebody that maybe understands the church more. No, that's just the church trying to tell you and trying to control you. Just like they say that people that channel spirits shouldn't, but people channel God all the time. Is that wrong? Okay, you got the card that says TikTok. This is about timing. This is about divine timing, things that are happening in your life, and when they're meant to happen, they will happen. The creator, which is whoever you believe in, is telling you to talk to them. They're saying, please talk to us. Please talk to us. Give us, it's almost like share yourself with us more deeply than just the surface stuff. Like, I'm really feeling this, but what are you feeling? What's the feelings behind that, or what's going on in your life? But they want you, they're telling me, they want you to communicate with your true authentic self to them, to the higher realms, to who you believe in. If you believe in God, talk to Jesus, talk to whoever you resonate with, that you're comfortable talking to, because I feel like that's what you need to do right now. And then if you've got any concerns or questions, or you're waiting for something to happen, you know, they've got your back and they will give it to you when the time is right. They're going to look at the situation. They're going to say, no, maybe this isn't quite the right timing for that. Or maybe they'll say, yeah, we'll give that to you now. Because their timing is different than our timing. People say something's going to happen. It might be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or it might be tomorrow. I'm sorry you're having a bad day, Rose. I kind of know what you're probably having a bad day about, but don't let it eat you up. Don't let that situation eat you up. So do you understand this, Akira? Do you understand what the timing is all about? Mm-hmm. Tick tock, tick tock. You can hear my clock in the background. Tick tock, tick tock. Yes, kind of. Okay, well, what they're saying is that if you put it out to the universe, if you're talking to God or whoever you believe in, which I'm assuming because you're Christian, you believe in God, and you put it out there and say, I need to find a better job. Well, they're going to help you, but it's not necessarily your timing because you want it like right now. Show that to me right now. And they're saying, just a minute, we'll give it to you when the time is right. But it might be, like I said, the timing might be tomorrow. I'm not saying you're going to, about a job, but I'm just using that as an example. They're saying things are going to happen. We're going to give you things that you need and want, but it's timing. It's the right time for the right situation. Okay? But they're asking me to ask you to talk to them. Talk to the Creator. They're saying, you can talk to me. Akira, you talk to us. And that in itself is a huge message coming from Spirit saying, talk to us. You need to talk to us. They hear you. They definitely hear you loud and clear. You're manifesting. I got this crystal, but I don't know if it's working though. Put some intention into that. Find what works for you. Because when you have a crystal, you have to do kind of a prayer about what your intention is with that crystal. So if you're holding on to a crystal and it's good for in the place where you bought it said, well, this is good for this and this, put a prayer over that crystal. Hold it in your hand, whatever way works for you, and put a prayer over it. So when I put it in my pocket, I want this to happen. I'm going to carry this crystal with light and love in my pocket, but please infuse it with this and this and this, or please ask it to help me with and give your situation to that crystal. Don't just get the crystal and put it somewhere. Put some intention behind that crystal and ask the crystal to give you what it is you want that crystal to do. Let them know. Let the crystal know, because crystals have energy. If you don't put any energy of your own energy into it, they're not going to know what you want. They're going to just sit there. It's going to sit on the shelf and just go, hello, I'm here. Hello, I'm here. But you're not giving me any intentions or anything that you want from this. I've been trying to connect with spirit guides, but they've never visited me. Okay. Do you see shadows? Akira, do you see like dark shadows sometimes? Like you think you saw something and it's like a dark shadow? Ah, you're going to break it. That is them telling me. They're telling me when you see those dark shadows, that is them coming through. So Rose, what do you think of that? Can you come up in the beam? Do you want to come up, Rose? I just heard dark shadows. So when you were saying they don't give me any messages, you're seeing them. You're a seer. You see. You're clairvoyant, which means you see things. I don't have that yet. I don't see. Okay. Okay. I'll put it there anyways for you. I'll add you, Rose. I'll take Michael off and add. Oh. There. You've been invited, Rose. Also, that's crazy. My crystal is on vanity. I thought that it was fake. So I only talked once. Okay, well, keep talking to your crystal. Keep talking to your crystal. The universe is listening to you. But no, you're not paranoid. I just heard dark shadows, so you're seeing things. Ooh, it's heavy. Did you peek and see what the other gift is? Did you peek to see what the other gift is?
No, I looked in the email. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I know what you bought, but it's good to have it there. Is it for me? Yes.
I just got a new deck of cards. Woohoo.
Nice, thank you.
Oh. Oh, that's so sweet. That is perfect for you. Oh, this is a brand new deck, or almost brand new. It's got the thing around it.
She has stuff other people there too.
Yeah, she sells all the time, Dawn. I told you. Okay.
There's quite a ways away down there. The Downward Road. East. 1111.
Doesn't come with a book. Okay, I just got a lovely new deck of cards here. So I'll wait for Rose to come in. Isn't that sweet?
You show people that one.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I know. That's for you. So my new deck of cards is called The Untethered Soul, which is a really good book to read. And I read it. I'm pretty sure I read this book, but I can't find it anywhere in my house. I can't find it. I read that book, but I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, I know. I see that. Welcome to the life-changing experience of going beyond yourself. Each quote in this deck has been carefully chosen to bring you a daily dose of wisdom and help you embrace and live the teachings in my book, The Untethered Soul. From awakening your conscious to discovering your spiritual energy and freeing yourself from blockages, the cards in this deck will help guide you, discovering your true self and experiencing exquisite, unconditional happiness. Used regularly, these cards will provide daily inspiration and guidance so you can live consciously and in alignment with who you really are. Let these cards guide you every day. You may wish to close your eyes and meditate before choosing a card for the day, or simply reach in as you begin or end a day. Either way, I wish you deep growth and happiness on your journey. With great love, Michael Singer. And he is the author of this book called The Untethered Soul, which is on here as well. That's a really good read for anybody that would like a book to read. That's a really good read. I just need to find it again. I need to reread it. I don't know what I did with it, but I'm sure I bought it and I can't find it. So either it's hidden somewhere in my house or I passed it on. That's exactly what the book looks like.
It'd be in the bookshelf if you
I looked and looked and looked, but maybe you can look and see if you see it. Because you never know. Sometimes you don't see what you want to see. Read this book and you will get more than a glimpse of eternity. By Deepak Chopra says that. The Untethered Soul has touched the lives of countless readers and is available in a special hard. Okay, we don't need to read that. So, shall we pull a card from this deck? Awakening Consciousness. Let's try pulling a card from this deck. Let me shuffle them up, put some energy into it. Intention. I don't know. Pardon?
What's it called?
The Untethered Soul, but you'll recognize it here.
Got a horse in front of it.
Take that with you, and that's the book I'm looking for. Yes. So Dawn will go around and look and see if you can see that book somewhere. 'Cause I had it somewhere. Maybe I put it in a book bag upstairs. I don't know. But it's somewhere. So let's just see what we're going to pull from this deck. I don't want to read them now because I don't want to know ahead of time what might be coming. Akira, are you still here? Anybody else still here? Let me know. Let me know in the chats if you're still here. Is there anybody else here in the broadcast? If not, I'm going to move over to the other platform. I'm going to go over to Periscope. If there's nobody responding, I'll give you 1 minute. And if I don't see a response within 1 minute, I'm going to move on to the other platform. I'd like to have a lot of interaction with the people that I'm doing my readings for. These cards shuffle up really nicely, really nicely. They're beautiful cards. I'm not a horse lover, though. I must say, these have horses on them. I'm not so much a horse lover. When I was a kid, I used to write stories about horses, but I think that was because I didn't have an imagination, and my girlfriend told me she loved horses, so I just didn't have an imagination. I tried and tried and tried. Yeah, but nobody seems to be responding, Rose. So why don't we move over to the other platform? I'm going to move over to my other platform and do my readings on there. Okay, Rose? Because nobody's responding over here. So we will move over to the other platform and do some readings over there. So I know you're coming, but we're going to move to the other platform. Oh, hey, you made it. Hey, you made it. Welcome, Rose. Welcome.
Hey, I don't see nothing though.
Okay, there you
Oh,
are.
here we go. Oh, hello.
How are you?
Okay, I'm great. How about yourself?
Good. Akira, are you still here?
Okay,
I wondered if she was still here.
I think I'm lagging. I'll have to excuse me.
Okay. If she doesn't respond, let's
Hold on,
move over
come
to
back.
the other platform because it's hard to do any.
I hope she does. I want to tell her what I got.
Okay. Okay. Well, I got dark
I want to tell
shadow.
her what I got.
I got dark shadow, so I was picking up that she's
Shadow.
seeing spirit.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think she's coming in from YouTube. I don't think she's on here anymore because I'm not seeing any responses. So she might be busy doing something. So let's move over to the other platform.
Right.
It's just really too quiet for me here.
Nope.
Okay. I know I've looked everywhere for it. I just got a new
You
deck
have
of cards.
some views. What?
Rose, I just got, pardon me?
I said you had 170 some views.
But they don't respond. You know, like I'd rather have 5 people interacting with me than 20 views. It's not about the views for me. It's about the interaction to me. But this,
Yeah, I know. Me too. Me too.
this is a beautiful
I
book.
agree.
Have you ever read this book, The Untethered Soul?
I've seen that book. I have not read it, but I've seen it. I might even have it. I don't know.
I thought I had it, but I can't find it anywhere. So I'm going to have to order it again. But I just got this deck of cards. This is a deck of cards. Dawn just went and picked them up for me from somebody that was selling them. And they still had a covering over them, so they don't look like they've been used. There's no book, but you don't need a book with these because they're just like an affirm, almost like.
Can I see some card?
Well, they're just.
Will you draw me a card?
I'm going to, yeah. Okay, so what does Rose need?
Then we'll go over to the other place.
Okay, I'm gonna put 3 piles.
I just look so much better here than I do over that one.
So give me a number, 1, 2, or 3.
1.
Okay, this is your message for today. If you are living every experience fully, then death doesn't take anything from you. Oops, let me just pull this back so you can see it.
Yeah, we're lagging really bad here.
Okay, let's go on the other platform. See you there.
All right.